Good morning, my lovely darlings. I hope you're doing really well for yourselves and can say that you have excellent health. Unfortunately, I cannot quite say the same for me, for it would seem that I have actually and truly caught the common cold. And as there is a first for everything in life, this morning, unfortunately, my work had to send me back home. So for the next several days, I will be being my own British nurse to help cure myself to get back onto my feet with that wonderful health that I'm so blessed with and perhaps sometimes even take for granted. This lovely book, Be Your Own Doctor, 101 Stories, an informative guide to herbal home health care. This is actually what I will be spending a lot of time on in the next few days, and I'm rather excited because growing up my mother made being ill under the weather a very serious undertaking and a very special and fun one as well. This is going to be a little show and tell time, so I hope that you are inspired and get a little better picture of what my life looks like when I'm not feeling so well. I'm always finding myself drinking lots of herbal teas, and 3 just seems to be that perfect number for some reason. It's perfect. It's so perfect. I actually have this collection of cups going on, and this one I haven't used until actually today. But isn't it so cute? Isn't it so darling? These chicas, these little lovely ladies that are all fashionable. Most of you will probably remember the infamous sneezing machine. I kid you not, it actually works. It does a trick. Now, I know typically you're supposed to let yourself sneeze and you're not supposed to produce the sneezes, but if they're not going to come up for you, then you may as well aid yourself into letting it happen. So I had a sneezing session earlier and it kind of did the trick. So I know it's completely weird and you don't ever hear of anyone making yourself sneeze. But sometimes you've got to do extra things in life. These are really wonderful. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They are actually slippery elm lozenges. It's a cherry flavour. These are really excellent for coating your throat. For, you know, because if you get that cough and it's all scratchy and just rather uncomfortable, that is quite wonderful. Super duper tonic. This is some very powerful stuff, you guys. My mother makes it. The ingredients are, let me think if I can remember. Ginger, cayenne, garlic, vinegar. I can't quite remember the rest, but it's something like that. Oh look, a little bit of ASMR, you know, because we all love it. Couldn't help it. Of course, got to implement that. That stuff is so strong. Oh my. And then we have all the lovely tinctures. This is Umka. It's for your cough. That is really great. Combination, which this one has elderflower, elderberry, and peppermint. So it's actually one of my favourites. And then we have Oregon grape. I forget like which family this is from, like it's some sort of a plant. This is really great for your immune system. All of these tinctures that my mom makes. Pardiaca and golden seal is also another one of my favourites. There's something about the distinct taste of the Pardiaca herb that, I don't know, it's really enjoyable. It's one of my favourites. So this is excellent for your immune system and just taking care of that cold or flu or whatever. Echinacea is also one of the best forms for taking care of that. And then of course we have the Sumbacal Black Elderberry Cold and Flu Relief. These are little dissolvable tablets that you just are supposed to let dissolve in your mouth and then do its trick of healing. They're actually really tasty, they're not bad at all. What else do I have? These are airborne immune system. They're very tart. They're not sour, but they're not my favourite. They're so potent, I guess. It's just, you know, but it's another thing to help you to get better. Another one of my favorites. This is actually the liquid form. This is the super cool black elderberry syrup. It's also really strong but quite excellent. And of course I cannot swallow any capsules of any kind, so I have to try something else, and this would be the ibuprofen for children, and it's rather tasty because it's bubblegum. I like that. Up next we have Alka-Seltzer Plus Severe Cold and Flu. These are those little tablets that you dissolve in a liquid like a glass of water. It's so much fun to watch it fizz and bubble away. It's okay, I suppose. I never had taken that before until like probably a year ago. Also we have the essential oils that I cannot live without. We have peppermint, Smile for Miles, Good Morning Sunshine, and tea tree. What else? And then this is orange, and then we have immunity. So these go in my essential oils diffuser, which I like to keep going in my bedroom quite a lot, and it has all these lovely colours that come on that change too, so it makes it a lot more fun. Vitamin C, immune support. This is like a little fizzy drink that you pour also into a glass of water. It's very tasty, it's very pleasant, I like that a lot. Of course, got to have a lot of tissues. Growing up, my dad always had these around the house, and I always carry one in my car, so these are one of my favourites. You will never see me without my tissues in some place in my personal area of life. So, and I actually need to blow my nose right now because I have a cold, so sorry. Hey, the tissue matches my white top. And then of course all the lovely handkerchiefs. Growing up, my mother like collected these, I kid you not, and we call them hankies, but they're really officially called handkerchiefs. It sounds more vintage, old-fashioned and lovely. And she had what you call a croc. It's not the type of footwear that you would wear on your feet, but it's an antique kind of a pot sort of a thing, I suppose. It's made out of glass, and we had lots of those in the house for when we would make wine, when we would make sauerkraut. We kept magazines in those as well, so that was quite lovely. What else? Of course you have to have lots of water, got to stay incredibly hydrated, so make sure that you're always drinking. And then this is also really beneficial. This is just organic chicken broth. I'm going to be drinking some of that. Also vegetable broth. These are lovely. I'm super excited about this one. So growing up, this is one of the drinks, one of the many types of drinks that my mom would get for us. This is Simply Nutritious. It's a lemon ginger echinacea. I've not ever tried this one, so I'm really, really looking forward to it. It makes for some great ASMR. Here's the thing, growing up, I remember they used to sell this in the health food stores. They were called spritzers. It was almost like a natural soda, but a little bit more healthy, I suppose, and I have not found those since I was a kid. I kid you not. The flavours were incredible. They were strawberry, vanilla, blackberry, ginger ale. I feel like there was others, but they were so good. So I'm like, where in the world did they go to? I don't know. Things like to disappear when you love them most. And I'm also really excited about this drink. This is Bolthouse Farms. These are like, they have this in the form of smoothies and actual like juice. So this is the juice version, but this is 100% pomegranate. So I'm going to be drinking this lovely. Oops. Sorry, I have this like basket for the show and tell. Then we have a carrot ginger turmeric. So this one's going to be awesome. What else? Oh, and taking a lovely bath with some Epsom salts. This is Dr. Teal's Pure Epsom Salt Soak-In Solution, Relax and Relief with Eucalyptus and Spearmint. One of my absolute favourite recommendations for Epsom salts. So that would be amazing. And of course, vitamin C, another form of vitamin C, which, you know, as in the colder months it's harder to get outside, get that sunshine, get that fresh air. So this is a great source, not as good as perhaps your fruits and vegetables, but it does work as well. But they're really, really sour. Some of you are like, it's just ugh, not my favourite, but I will do it. And then just taking your normal vitamins is great when you're under the weather versus if you were just normal and healthy. So I have my gorgeous hair, skin and nails. Those gummies, because again, you know, I can't swallow any pills or capsules, or because they have the gel caps as well, you know. And then this is Women's for Energy, Metabolism, Bone and Immune Support. So I've got this one. And then prenatal, no, of course I'm not pregnant, but this is really good for you, just for your overall health. So I do take those. Okay, you guys, I don't know what it is, but I kid you not. So you know how toilet paper has become in a shortage again, like round 2 for 2020? Well, Zicam, or Zicam, however you pronounce it, is actually on a shortage as well. So I had to resort to buying these, the chewables. It's like a lemon honey version of it instead of the dissolving little tablets. They're okay, but yesterday when I had these, maybe they were trying to like get my cold to be over with, because my nose was running so crazy like, and it was like, I'm like, what is wrong with me? And then we had the B12 raspberry flavour, one of my favourite flavours of all time. And then vitamin D3, also excellent. And of course, this is one of the traditions when you are sick. Everybody knows that you eat your home-style chicken noodle soup, or just chicken noodle soup. Now, when I'm sick, that is when I'm actually craving this soup. I don't know why, but it is a thing. So I'm going to be eating some of that. And I always keep tons of teas, herbal teas on hand, all kinds of flavours. These are very, very healing, very medicinal. So I'll probably be just drinking these just as the tea with no extras added to it. Some more ASMR, because what else do we have going on? Oh, and I'm excited because I have lots of Netflix that I get to watch. I'm sure there's some lovely movies out there, more for the holidays and whatnot, and maybe something new or maybe something old. So got that. And of course, if I'm bored of that and don't like my options, I have my DVD vaults. I have so many DVDs. Probably can't even really show you here, but as you can tell, my goodness. Look, there's ever so many. I've been collecting these over the years. So I actually have 2 vaults of these DVDs, which seem to be going obsolete. And here is the other one. And of course, lots of sleep and ASMR watching, because I do subscribe to lots of channels. And what else? Just keeping it really low key and resting and being very stress-free. And just taking it easy pretty much. So that is all for now. I wish you guys a most healthy season. It is okay to get sick, just we have to deal with what society is telling us, I suppose, and how they're handling it, which is rather unfortunate because it's still a part of life to get sick, and they make it feel like it's not. That's our government, but whatever. Alright, my darlings, I will catch you all another time. Much love. Bye.